It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll get to see a battle for conference superiority. It's the Saints and the Silver and Black on Monday night.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020.
Tonight, we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Las Vegas Raiders. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
And we are underway here in Las Vegas. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And here come the Saints for their opening drive.
They're led out by the 9th-year starter out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
And it certainly hadn't taken Herbert long to earn his status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. Locked and loaded at every snap. And the second he sees an opening, that ball is soaring downfield. You better be on your toes against him on defense. The second you turn your head, he'll burn you.
Right to the air is Carr.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll be brought down right on the 45-yard line.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 14 yards is the pickup, first down New Orleans. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. They'll pound it up the middle with Camara. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
When you're trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
On 2nd down, Camara. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This officially a 55-yard attempt, and he missed it. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
Let's do this, man.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. Stidham sets to throw on 1st. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The target there, Mac Hollins. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
2nd down, Stidham to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Stidham now to throw on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Carr now on first down. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Kamara up the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
59 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Kamara. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Throwing now is Carr. Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
Juwan Johnson.
28 yards.
And the Saints are on the board first here in Vegas. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense.
And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Play action. It's Stidham. He'll find his tight end. And it's a fumble. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Let's go, baby. Turn it up. Bring it. Roll, baby. Let's go, do it. Come on with it, man.
A 10th carry for Kamara. Nate Hobbs there to bring him down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. He gets it left side to Johnson.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Coming left is Kamara. Runs over him. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara.
A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Saints are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone.
And Abdullah lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
To throw is Carr. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down. Carr going to throw. His throw caught right around the 6.
And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And that's patience to be admired right there, because he looks left, looks right, and waits for the right guy to come open, spots him in the middle of the field, and delivers.
Carr. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. It's a foot race. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team, because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that one makes it 14-7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go.
They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1, because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a 1-score game.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara.
And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
Well, give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stuff the run and then executed.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Here's Carr.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Here's Carr to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Teams talk all the time about stretching the defense, and nothing stretches the field more than a deep ball, and I mean a deep ball. That one didn't connect, but certainly they'll be back on their heels.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
This is taken at the 23. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
David Onyemata, excellent effort, and he earns a tackle for loss.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Stidham. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for.
And it's 3rd down. Now Stidham. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this 1st and 10 upcoming.
Carr now on 1st down. Going deep here for Landry. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I see what they were trying to do there, trying to find some dead space in the middle of the field and take their shot right there. A really good idea, but it winds up incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game,
and the tackle going to be made at the 38. 2nd and 7.
Now Carr again.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Now Carr. That's complete to his running back, Kamara.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
Trying the left side with Kamara.
To the 27-yard line. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
From the 27, Carr.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara, and he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown, Saints.
Chris Olave.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fields it right around the goal line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Let's go, y'all, bro.
They go play action with Stidham. And his throw here's incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you're doing like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Stidham. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Stidham going back to the air. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives them a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They've been starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They can't stop. They can't read us.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Stidham off play action. Steps, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Looking deep for Adams.
And this is incomplete. He had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's in his zone, second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
101 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention the free yardage after that mistake.
Throwing on first down is Carr. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
On play action, it's Carr.
He completes it to Olave.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. He finds his man Johnson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Once again, we got to get it done as a group.
Throwing now is Carr. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Let's put the seal.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr.
And the Saints take a 3-touchdown lead.
And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it's Michael Thomas who ends it with a touchdown reception.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing. Let's go.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the gun, it's Stidham. And he wisely will throw that one away.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Derek Carr getting set and ready to go again on offense here. He really continues to pick apart this defense. Last drive, perfect, and it culminated in his 3rd touchdown pass.
As long as we've been doing this, how many times has a player in this type of a zone described the game as really slowed down?
Yep.
So right now, instead of warp speed, it's
snail's
just,
pace.
Oh, snail's pace for him, and he can do whatever he wants. Feels like he has all the time in the world to throw the ball, and his offensive line has been giving him that.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete there to Thomas.
Across the 30-yard line. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Carr. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now it's 3rd and 4.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Carr going to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. They worked very well there for a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
This is a perfect example of what separates the elite quarterbacks. Has his man open, way too anxious, ends up firing it in there with way too much zip on it. The great ones, they know how to relax and put the appropriate velocity on the football.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, it's Carr. He gets this one to Johnson.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
Tried to create a little bit of that hocus-pocus with some magic. But the defense, not impressed at all. They don't lose contain on this very dangerous runner, and they get a big stop.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. The busy night continues for Kamara. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Here's Blake Gillikin now.
This is taken at about the 14. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Now Stidham. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Play action. It's Stidham. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now Stidham on first down. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Stidham will throw again. The left side throw complete to Adams. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Once again, we got to get it done as a group. Come on, baby, let's do it. It's one time, baby. Hey, let's go, baby. Let's some guys.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Stidham to throw. That is incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again here, Stidham. Looking middle, and that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 26. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Let's go now. Let's go. Let's go.
They'll throw on first down with Stidham. And he'll just get rid of it.
Let's go, baby. Keep our boys.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Stidham going back to the air.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal. because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Stidham from the shotgun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. There he goes, left side. The 20. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown.
Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the first half.
And that has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how infrequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you aren't inclined to pick this as the game signature play so far, you do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic, and as noted, we still have a half a ball to play.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Raider offense heading back for one final first-half drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. To throw is Stidham. Looking deep for Adams. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. But one more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. 1 second, all that remains. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First things first, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Saints. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary, as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first two quarters.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Stidham. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
They can't beat us straight up. Let's go. Let's go.
Now it's Stidham. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Out of the gun, Stidham. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that drops the deficit from 28 to 25. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away.
Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
They begin on the ground with Kamara.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Carr. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man is Michael Thomas.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Carr now on 1st down. Looking long for Thomas. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Shotgun now for Carr. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And now here come the Raiders.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Stidham. His throw incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here's A.J. Cole now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Fielded at about the 28. A second juke. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Carr going to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Johnson with a completion over the middle. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
What's the deal, y'all?
To throw is Carr. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
Let's go, baby. Come on, baby. Rock and roll.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
A give. This is Kamara.
Down to about the 23.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Kamara.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 115 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
He's turning in a pretty impressive performance for football and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
It's showtime, baby.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
We call a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Carr. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Kamara will score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Bolden. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
He had to fight for every yard on that run, shook himself free of a tackle, and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
The New Orleans offense set to take over.
And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball,
a leader, right?
To make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
On 1st down, Stidham.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
A second fake. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Stidham. He finds Bolden. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On the draw, Bolden. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Stidham. Throw it. Now the ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Get something together. Let's go, baby. Turn it up.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
134 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Coming left is Kamara.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Kamara up the middle. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
From midfield, here's Carr. Looking long for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Here comes the Saints punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but The self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. Stidham. Dancing to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Stidham now to throw on third down. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Stidham sets to throw on first. It's caught left side, Bolden. And he is going to lose yardage here. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
On second down, here's Stidham. And the reception made over the middle. This is Bolden. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 39. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Brandon, a lot of times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's a completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but they go right back to him, and he makes another nice play. Back-to-back catches.
They'll throw on first down with Stidham. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
Stidham will throw again. It's caught here by Adams. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 24-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Stidham. Got a man and he hits him in stride.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Here's Stidham to throw. Complete here to the right to Bolden. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Able to find Waller. That's complete.
And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Stidham going back to the air. A dump off here to Bolden. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. Here's Stidham. He's got it. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there, no. It appears they're going to mark him short of the 1st.
This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
They go with Jacobs.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field.
Not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on here to punt it away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for.
And it's 2nd down. To throw is Stidham. And he's taken down here by the Saints. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face the challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now it's Stidham. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Taken right around the 44. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams would take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara.
To about the 26 here.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.